I'm Karolin Stächele, and I'm a freelance dance maker, dancer, performer, choreographer here in Freiburg, based in Germany. And I am also co-founder of TanzNetz Freiburg, which is an association that exists about 3-4 years now. My company that I founded in 2014 is called 𝗏𝗏𝗏 Dance Company, also here based in Freiburg, Germany. Yeah, and I'm creating in Freiburg, doing my projects, working with different artists, also different genre. Yes. The TanzNetz Freiburg is an association of freelance artists in the field of dance, of performance, of choreography, improvisation. And it was founded in 2017 with a cooperative dance development concept, which was applied for a program that is called the TanzPakt Stadt-Land-Bund. It was in 2018. Just to explain shortly, TanzPakt Stadt-Land-Bund is a joint initiative of municipalities, federal states, and the federal government commissioner for culture and the media to promote excellence in dance. So it's a funding that is complementary, so we need the support of the city, the land, like Baden-Württemberg, which is one of the 16 federal states of Germany, and Germany. It's a project that gave 2.5 million euros for dance projects, and we had the chance to get fundings and to work out a concept. And this concept, because of that, we founded together the freelance artists. And we wanted to develop the areas of qualification, production, and the presentation as a current structure that can only be developed jointly, and to strengthen Freiburg as a dance city. And the TanzPakt funding has been running since 2018, and it will stop now in next summer. So the funding will be over. And we are in alliance with 2 central partners, with the social cultural center, I would call it, E-WERK, like it's the location for the freelance dancers here in Freiburg, and the cultural office, I call it like this, Kulturamt in German. So the cultural part of the city. Like these 2 are our cooperation partners in the system. Bewegungs-art is an association which is our background. It's kind of the voluntary registered association behind the TanzNetz. And what is it? Like, as I told you, it's a qualification, which means to organize and realize a qualified daily professional dance training, and also a workshop program, also that is affordable for dancers. Then we have developed innovative performance formats, for example, TanzPakt, which is an emergent, like a platform for emergent choreographers, showing their work in process pieces, like an evening of short pieces. And also we created an improvisation platform, like last year, in November, actually just 1 year ago. It's called Once. It was a festival based on improvisation. Then we have coaching, mentoring programs, also courses to cover areas such as application, fundraising, event technology or dramaturgy, and also project management. Then we developed works in the field of cultural education to make dance more visible in society, and to promote dance and to create job-related income opportunities for us. Then the field of production and presentation is based on the idea to strengthen the rehearsal and the performance conditions, like on both spaces. So I told you, like E-WERK is our location where we present our work, like the location of the freelance dance scene, but also 𝗏𝗏𝗏, which is a dance theater house that was built in 2015, is the location that is rented by E-WERK, and where our companies can work, and where also a big focus is artistic research. And to strengthen these conditions to work, we got a 50% job filled by a dance technician, which is a big thing, you know, for the dance, the freelance dance scene, to have a dance technician at least. And also some programs we kept on repeating each year. For example, the Labor Manifest, which is a format to gather and to define the needs that we need. Like, it has a big political background also, and of course also to exchange about some skills and working practices. And also part of the productions is 3 own production of E-WERK, where in the first one, postgraduate people in Freiburg could have the chance to work with a known choreographer. It was Maya Carroll. Then we had 3 choreographers got the chance to produce a short piece. And in the last production, I got the chance. It was a support for a choreography here in Freiburg, to exchange in a festival style platform that we invite pieces, and we get the chance also to go somewhere else to present the piece. Yeah, I'm one of approximately 10 super active dance professionals who regularly meet every week with a project coordinator. Also, the project coordinator is employed with us as a 50% job, and we're talking about activities that we have been carried out and about upcoming activities within the implementation of TanzPakt. And in working groups, we carry out the corresponding content and the formats. And also we involve within these formats other dance professionals from the town. So this means that there is not only an offer to participate, but also to organize and to carry them, and to gain experience and earn some money in this area. TanzNetz Freiburg gives me the chance to gain experiences in different areas, like including also controlling and accounting, and to be a part of a large network. And the formats that it's offered by TanzNetz offer in the indispensable possibilities. No, like we have a daily dance training, we have coaching programs in our own choreographic work. Like, I also took part in a mentoring program that I was guided by a mentor during some weeks in a production process. Which is amazing, which is a really good experience, and you can develop so many things, so many layers, and also some formats that are really, how do you say, low threshold, like really without the aim of having a big result, like just to try out also crazy stuff. Like, we have these things included. And yeah, networking, like the network gets just super large by since we found TanzNetz with other cities that are participating in our programs, that are just traveling to Freiburg, and you get to know then other persons. Also, the profit training that I'm organizing is held now not because of the corona measures, but before 80% of the teachers, they are coming from other cities. So 20% is we are taught by the locals, and a lot of other people just coming to share their dancing skills or like their teaching skills. And this also creates a network, no? But also it's an income opportunity. As an independent artist in Germany, I mean, this is totally depending on where you live, like in which city, also which part, which area. We in Freiburg, we are super south and super west, so the funding structures are very different. And yeah, here in Southwest, I would say after a long, very quiet phase, things are slowly growing. Also, individual cities are financially supported, And this, of course, has an effect on the individual artists. Like there are more jobs, and this is attracting more people to come, also interesting people, not only to do the education here and just go. Now Freiburg, for example, we can offer jobs, we can offer projects, so people stay, because some years ago people were just doing the education. We have some schools, some dance schools, and after they would just leave, and now people slowly stay and start their career here. And yeah, I mean, the funding is always limited. Like, it could always be better, but I would say compared to other countries, the situation is quite good here, and there are many opportunities, especially when you're working in the area of artistic research. Of course, we are networking in between other cities, because especially here in Baden-Württemberg, which is like the southwest federal state of Germany, is like we are having some cities that are organized a bit the same style as we do with TanzNetz, and of course we are in contact with each other, and slowly also developing some exchange programs. We have now an idea to have a festival that is like rotating, so the theater is offering, but the choreographer stays the same, so you can also have the chance to go to present your work in another city, because this is super hard. Me, for example, just the best example, here in Freiburg, I'm super known and I get a lot of chances. I can produce, but then I'm producing and I'm producing and I'm producing, but somehow I cannot show my work. So the next step, to go out and to go touring, to go in other cities, is super hard, and I'm not the only one. And this is the problem, at least here in the southwest part. When you talk to other choreographers or dance artists, it's a lot this thing that to step out, to go out of your region. It's something, and that's now our next steps, where we're working on with the other cities and creating some concepts that that can fulfill this big need. Since the TanzPakt project will end in next summer, we are currently working of designing a follow-up application. And we are developing strategies for continuing the structures that we already established in the recent years. So the planned structures in terms of organization and controlling have been slightly changed, but the content to be implemented will still be defined from within the scene. So it's super important to us that because it's the artists, not themselves, who will take advantage of this offer. So it must be us who formulate and communicate the needs. So we would like to found our own institution that till now we don't have. So we would like to have an institution with a permanent structure. Also, what we are currently working on is the process of building up the 3-country network, because as you know, we are living in this kind of triangle, because in between Switzerland, like Basel is super close, and also Strasbourg, La France. So yeah, we are aiming to expand also international, and of course also in nationally, to expand a bit out of the region. These are further aims. We are lucky we can still have the training, the daily classes. It's allowed in Germany or like, it's really depending on the area, but here in that area, we are allowed to offer classes still for professionals. But of course, the E-WERK, like our location where we would present and produce, completely closed, and a lot of processes were stopping. Also me, I was just 3 days before my premiere of Naked Love, which is like, it was the last big production of E-WERK in that TanzPakt, like the final, and just 3 days before we needed to go in quarantine, and then 2 days after the premiere, anyway, the lockdown happened. But it was horrible. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, luckily we have a lot of programs, like so much money is now there for artists. There's so many programs, like you can, it's even a bit overwhelming because you don't know where to start to apply, and quite of easy applications, like short things, and yeah, so you can survive. Also we get support from, depending where you live, of course, but here it's quite good. You get also support from the state. But also there is application like open calls, but it's yeah, for me it's a bit limited because I'm not a person who was doing a lot of artistic research alone, staying home, reading, watching movies, and this kind of, I like to go in the studio with other dancers, and this is a bit limited. So yeah, you cannot really train together. Unless you're living together, for example, you need to find a special case. That's the situation right now. To stay optimistic or positive, you can learn so many other fields that you never touch. No, you can go deep in other parts that and the work stuff that you need to work since long time. You know, these things that you never do, and yeah, discover some fields, to do a different way of artistic research. Yeah, it's good. It's challenging, but I think it's also part.